Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Okay, so I don't think we can build anything else right now. I am correct. But I do want to build more stuff, like in general. It means I need more resources. I need food, wood, and metal. That doesn't narrow it down much. Okay. Hello, Dakota. Dakota, real quick, have you ever heard of a game called Lancer Tactics? It's based on a board game, or a tabletop game, rather. So, when Falkenstein said something off camera, plus, where was it? I read it this morning, and now, of course, I can't remember the specifics. Let's see. Good morning, Blue Dragon EXE. Yeah, that's the video game was news to me too. I think I've heard of the other one. All right, so let's see. Mountain from rocks. That was it. So make a mountain from rocks and meadows next to crystals. Thought about that. You also wanted to invert the way I've been doing the mountain setup, so we'll try that instead. Okay. Yeah, the roads thing was just. Okay, so we're just gonna chill here for a minute. Oh, hang on, let's get some gear going because we have our starter gear. Starter gear. There we go. Hello, Mr. Red. I also discovered, so I did actually look up a guide because nothing indicated what pure damage is. Pure damage apparently means bypasses defenses. Yeah, I don't think I actually have crystals right now in my deck at all. I'll have to look at that in a second. So let's get a village going. I also saw one other thing that said you should really spread out monster placement, which makes a degree of sense to me. So I might start doing that. I think I kind of like my meadow setup though, honestly. I think I'm gonna keep going with my meadow setup for right now. Also, apparently, I read that bosses do not benefit from beacons, so the only real benefit to beacons is specifically to put them on boss battles. Go figure. Okay, I got another village. Let's do a wheat field instead. We'll spread this out over like here. Yeah, like that. Up there. One of the things I found funny is I did find a rather thorough guide, which wasn't really talking about a lot of stuff I would prefer to know, because it was presuming I had already beaten the first boss before it even got to the mechanics I have already reached. Losing over, I haven't even fought the first boss yet. Oblivions are also apparently good for the boss. Go ahead and place the cemetery like right over here. And we'll put spiders like over here. There we go. Did I say hi, Damesless? Hi, Damesless. Oh, treasury. Let's see. That's obviously much better. That's way better. That's way better. Good morning, Walker. Let's go ahead and spread out the village, get some bandits going. It is, so I'm going to push this under the rogue games, Ross, but it's like, obviously rogue is a modifier to a genre, not a genre itself. Past that, that's a little trickier. Actually, pretty good this run. Oh yeah, I also found out you can right-click items to prevent them from being deleted. Actually, yeah, Dakota. When we were playing Castlevania Revamped, I think, was when we talked about that. Let's go start making some treasure, because I do need some resources to build up the town. Come on. I haven't seen any yet, Dakota, so I don't know. Attack speed or counter? I think I'll actually take attack speed. I'm enjoying it for what it is. I am afraid of where this is going to go. I can see this getting old half fast. So we'll have to see. That is much better. Yeah, Auto Battler's another modifier. Like, I'm not actually joking when I say I struggle to qualify the specific genre of this game. Like, obviously it is very RPG-y. There's a lot of stats, and those stats matter for how you do the combat, but you don't do any of the combat. The combat just happens without you. See, it's hands off the keyboard, right? No, the majority of this... So, actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, you know what this feels like? This feels like an indirect RPG. Now, granted, indirect is another one of those modifiers, but bear with me for a second. You've probably seen indirect strategy games before. In fact, we played one last year. Indirect is when you don't directly control, you just kind of set up the board. And then they operate based on how you set up the board. Sound familiar? So, yeah, we decide what spawns. We place the cards. And then they kind of do stuff based on what we spawn. Good morning, Noctis. Deja vu. Alright, so that's... No, that's really good. I'll take pure damage and regen. I mean, I could see that von Falkenstein. So, like, we could call this an auto battler RPG. But the thing is, like, to really properly describe this, it is a deck builder, rogue progression. So, deck builder, rogue progression, auto battler RPG. Let's see. So I found out these are actually way more limited early on than I thought. Like, these are... Most of what we're getting here is the stuff for the warrior, what we're playing as. And yeah, actually, tracks, yeah. Let's do... I mean, a lot of games are like that, really, when you break it down. And that's, if I can be so bold, that's actually a good thing. It makes it hard to pitch a game in, like, one sentence, but it does make for more unique experiences, like this one. That's probably why this very game was actually plugged and marketed as a rogue, rather than as a deck builder, rogue progression, auto battler RPG. Let's go with the defense one. Just straight up get some stat ups every loop. Oh, I was gonna say, how did the chest evade me? It was a mimic. I've also been getting really bad draws. So let's combine this, the grove with the cemetery, see if that does anything. Oh no, wait. No, that's right. Let's also get rid of the goblin camp, because screw goblins. Listen, Ross, listen. Hold up, let's actually get the battlefield over here, too. Right there. I guess it doesn't matter. There. Just kind of spread those groves out a little bit. And yeah, we'll get rid of the bandit camp next. I was debating that. I hate goblins. I hate them. Ooh, a dark slime. That's new. don't even know what that is. No, I have yet to even reach a boss battle. Pure damage or attack speed? I'll take pure damage on that. Wrecking goblins. Yeah, I'll take that. It's almost a linear upgrade. Yeah, there's actually a lot of sound design going on here, which you might not have even noticed because it's all just kind of happening once, but it's there. I already put down a plus for music. I did. Okay, good. Like I said, I'm actually quite impressed with the music of this game. Way more than I thought it'd be. Let's go and get more meadows going. I guess I could put meadows up here. It's not a terrible idea. And let's go and get another cemetery going. Let's say up here. Let's spread that out a bit. Oh, sorry. I must have hit it by accident, Chopin. Yes, there's all my resources. I've actually made 2 food, which is good, but only 1 lumber and 1 metal. Those are the 3 big ones I want right now. That is just a huge damage upgrade. I'll take that. Yeah, an extra 100 HP is probably worth that. Power trip MMOs. So Korean MMOs, in other words. You spawn in. You must be the chosen one. Why? Because you were destined to be the chosen one. But why? Look, stop it. Hey, Steam just sent me an email saying Star Trek Voyager has been released. It's also 10% off right now. Hang on 1 second. Give me a second, everyone. Just give me a second. Let me just pull this up here. Add to cart. View my cart. What is this? Hold on. Oh, for anybody curious, Hard Space Shipwrecker, which we're playing in just a few days, and Everspace 2 are both, like, super off. Like, they're 80% off right now. No, I think we might go for a boss this run, Chopin. Depends on the setting, Dream Whisperer. D&D isn't a setting, it's a rule set, if that makes any sense. Yes, I would like to... What? If I buy Voyager along with Barotrauma, it's cheaper. But I already own Barotrauma. There are some specific settings in D&D where you have to... where experience is like a tangible thing. See KOTOR 2 for an example of that. But generally speaking, it's just an intangible concept. I think you're right, actually. Hey, Ross, could you confirm, is Voyager on sale for you? Because, like, I own Barotrauma, like I said. Either way, I'm buying the hell out of that. There we go. Okay, game box. Meadows. Hey, Game Geek. I'm also kind of trying to let my stuff get cycled because I really need metal, and one of my best sources of metal is gear. So I'm getting a little pickier about my gear. Oh, that's sweet, sweet metal. Look at it. Look at it. Yes. Yes. I think we're gonna go ahead and set up. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. What? It has to be next. Ah, okay, whatever. That sucks. That's hysterical, Dakota. Ah, whatever. So now I get vampires and none of the benefit of vampires. That sucks, actually. Like, that's gonna make those bandits so much worse. And I don't have an Oblivion right now. Ugh. Okay, whatever. Where's the battlefield? It's right there. Let's set that up there. Let's see what that does. Still haven't even gotten our first mountain yet. That's so irritating. Whatever. Live and learn. Live and learn. That does sound like a negative to me, Von Falkenstein. Alright, I'm ready, Dragon Player. Let's do this. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Should it be Jurgen Player? Because I've just been sort of assuming the A. The princess. I have no mouth. Amnesia. The dark. Descent. Oh my god, you're right. I just spawned CEOs on accident. Thank you for being part of the show, Dragon Player. Or Jurgen Player, as is your preference. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure what all I can do with the Blood Grove yet. Okay, so that's decent blood damage. I lose attack speed, I lose evasion, but I gain defense and vampirism. I don't think that's actually worth it. What about that? That's also not worth it. It's a preference thing, Dragon Player. I can do whatever. I'm gonna... slay the Spire, slay the Princess, slay the King. It's actually an Assassin's Creed game. That's probably what happened to me, Von Falkenstein. I'm debating, because I kind of want to go for the boss this time, because we haven't yet. If nothing else, we haven't. Or I could play it safe and store my stuff. Let's go ahead and get our mountain, finally. Way behind on that. Oh god, Dakota, you're right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing the sequel to FF8 here. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we're going to finish that. Although, one of the things I was seeing said that the gargoyles you get from the treasure vault are worth it. Like, that's the reward, is getting the gargoyle. So I've been deliberately not finishing off the vault. We're going to finish off the vault so we start getting gargoyles and see if that's, like, worth anything. Okay, so vampiric. Scarecrows, that's just my life now. That's worthwhile. What about that? That's not worth it. Please tell me it was the same complaint I had, Ross. That also everyone had. Because it's such an obvious complaint. Oh god, vampiric bandits. Vampiric bandits. Go away. Ugh. Hey, Kino. Oh, that was a huge chunk of my health. Okay, okay. I think I'm gonna take that regen over that. Let's start setting up these over here. Start getting some of those sweet, sweet resources. Oh, thank you very much. God, I cannot see that up there. Apparently the stun attack is extremely good for bosses, too. Hello, let's get that. Just get a straight damage upgrade. We definitely have tons of metal. I feel, like, weird going for the boss now. I don't know, what do you think? Should we just cut our losses? I mean, this is a really good run, and I hate to waste that, but we also have tons of resources. That's what I'm debating, Arspruce. I think we should. I think you are right. Let's get rid of the vampire. Let's go ahead and set up over there. Let's start doing a new meadow line back over here. nothing, then. Jail! Look. You don't understand. Ooh, that's a really high counter chance. We have a third of a chance to counter on hit. On being hit. Yeah, I haven't seen cemetery combo with anything yet, but I noticed there is actually a cemetery thing in the base, which we can get. I'm gonna go for that, actually. Now we have a 1 in 2 chance to counter. So that's neat. Yeah, let's put it over there. Sorry, I was really debating that. Oh yeah, new village. Do it. There we go. And then a new wheat field. Mountain. That's a lot more damage. I think I'm just going to take that. But it's just so much more damage. That is just such a gigantic upgrade. What's our defense right now? 43. Okay. Frickin' ghosts. Frickin' group ghosts. Ghost of ghosts. What was that last one? I didn't even see that last one. It gave us an orb of expansion. We're also getting really low. I think I might call it this loop. We're getting pretty low. So let's try to get a few last minute things here. Set up a meadow here. Set up a rock here. Oh, I should have set up a... I'm stupid. Whatever. Do that. Do that. Goblins. I'm gonna laugh if this kills me. Right at the last second. We're okay, we're okay. Final decision. Do we run? We're really low on health. And that's a lot of... fine, let's run. Let's run. Let's play it safe. It's high. Okay. What can we build? A farm? Nothing! We can build nothing! We need 1 more metal for the smelter. We need 2 more rock for the cemetery. We need 5 more lumber for the refuge. We can build nothing. We can't even upgrade anything. Damn it. Let's look at our deck for a second. So I was looking at what these numbers mean. Sure, great that this is told in-game. The bottom number is your minimum. The top number is your maximum. So you have to have a minimum. You see right there? You have to have a minimum of 2 cards from this line. It's 2 here, 1 here. And you can only have 7 cards minimum total and 12 cards maximum total. Apparently that changes over time. Okay, so... let's go ahead and play with the Blood Grove and the Chrono Crystals this time around. Let's get rid of the spiders. I'm gonna keep the beacon just because. Yeah, yes, these are loadouts, which I do like having loadouts. That's a good feature. Which I should jot that down. Quality of life feature. Loadouts, because there's actually several loadouts at different points. But yeah, that might be our very first negative. Info in game. Like, what the hell's pure damage? Nothing tells you. I also don't know what those orbs mean. Have you seen that? So these are orbs, right? See the orb at the top of them? They're both hollow. But then there's like a half-filled orb, then there's a full-filled orb. But then this one has half-filled and full. Whereas these have nothing. What do those mean? I have no idea. Okay. So we've done enough stuff with the village. Villages are cool, but let's try something else. Let's do swamp. And... I'll take the lantern. Wait, what? Never mind, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the beacon. Where's the beacon? Am I blind? Oh, never mind, it's right there. Okay, okay, we're good, we're good. So Swamp Grove, Blood Grove, Battlefield. Let's get rid of the vampires right now. I'm not going to use them without a village. I guess we could try doing stuff with the cemetery again. Sure, we'll keep the cemetery. And... oh, I guess we could try spiders. Orb is placement? So Oblivion can go anywhere, but beacons have to be on whatever empty is. Oh, so this is on the path, this is by the path, this is not on the path at all. Got it. Fine, we'll bring spiders, let's do it. I gotta be honest, that's not a great system of conveying that. If I didn't already know that just from playing the game, I would not know that. Okay. So let's get... oh, I can't place a Blood Grove. Okay. Let's get a meadow going. Up right here. Stick in. I'm going to put a battlefield over here. Good luck, Von Falkenstein. You're gonna need it. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so let's put a grove right here. And let's put a Blood Grove right next to it. Let's put a cemetery near the Blood Grove. Treasury. Mountain. Congrats, Pillars of Snow. You have upgraded to include the Hell levels. Would you like to immediately end your run? There's some spiders. Let's put those, like, right over here. Oops. I'll take that massive upgrade, thank you. Yeah, I've noticed skeletons give really good loot in general, by the way. Groves give wood, but skeletons give gear. Another grove here. That didn't change anything. Yeah, no, there's a... oh god, Moradin. I hope you're not going to get sick of Moradin anytime soon. Or Scarlet Monastery or Sunken Temple. Oh, there's our first swamp. Okay, so... let's do a swamp right next to the Blood Grove. That sounds like a great idea. This cannot possibly go wrong. That was a hole. Yep, that's WoW Vanilla for you, Pillars of Snow. And also BC and Wrath. No, I remember, leveling sucked until Kata. I'm sorry. If the goal was leveling, then leveling sucked. throw out another cemetery, but let's like put it up there. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. Oh god, rogue. That's even worse. So let's put another swamp by, like, say, that, and then that. No, they were. Leveling, once you got to level 50-ish, leveling was smooth, because 50-ish, you had access to a bunch of zones in vanilla. Like, you had Unguro, you had Blasted Lands, you had West Plagues, you had East Plagues. And technically Winter Spring, if you felt like it, and also Fellwood. So you had tons, you were spoiled for choice for leveling there. Then you hit BC, and leveling just smooths out substantially from, like, up to, I guess that would have been 80? Yeah. But in all three of those expansions, 1 to 60 still sucked. No, 80's correct. Wrath was 80. Then Kata was 85, which was very strange. I'm going to keep doing swamps, because I'm curious. Oh, speaking of which, get rid of those goblins. Oh, hello. I've been getting a very strange pull here. My RNG is all over the place right now. I know, me having weird RNG. Stop the presses. I would agree with that move. Now try to picture leveling a Horde character. What do you think your good zones were for leveling a Horde character? This is a trick question. There were none. In vanilla or in Kata, Ross? And I have to limit it that way because if we're being very technical, like pretty much every new starter zone post Kata is good. Like the Goblin starter zone is amazing, and then the Worgen starter zone is amazing, and then the Pandaren starter zone is amazing. And then the Evoker starter zone is amazing. Or Drakthir, excuse me. Etc., etc. That's probably worth just the straight damage upgrade there. I'll give you that. Tirisfal and Silverpine were fine. Everywhere else kind of sucked. So back in vanilla, the best level 1 zone, without hesitation, was Elwyn. Like, that's not even close. It's the only zone that really had a fairly substantial amount of time and effort put into it. Let's take supplies. Ooh, there's our flesh golem. Ooh, he dropped a bunch of stuff. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, that's worth it. Yeah, that is definitely worth it. Jeez Louise. So yeah, back in vanilla, it's Elwyn Forest. No question. That is a swamp. It's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not seeing any benefit to swamps so far. Mosquitoes don't seem particularly useful compared to everything else I have access to. So unless there's some combo, I'm not seeing it. Blood groves do summon blood golems. Those are useful, but those can be combined with anything, especially groves. So I might axe swamps next time around, at least until I see something I can combine with it. I bet you want to get to like witch huts. That'll be more worthwhile. Anyways, best level 1 zone in Kata. That's actually tricky. Let's exclude Gilneas and Kazan, because those are the easy answers. it. Let's really swarm with spiders. Let's just swarm it up with spiders. And immediately get 2 rocks. Nice. I'll take that. Yeah. What's that, Ross? Like, I actually reviewed this, and I can tell you from a review perspective what the best level 1 zone is in Kata. But I'm thinking of, like, from a more vague, personal perspective kind of a approach. What I was really debating in my head was which of the starter zones was most changed by Kata. And I think that goes directly to Tirisfal. Tirisfal was pretty solidly overhauled. And it was already a solid zone, too. The addition of Lily and Voss certainly helps. Wait, there's quests in EverQuest? What? Why didn't anybody tell me? Oh, damn it. I do not know why I can't see. I think I'm just too used to looking down here. I don't look up here. Got another orb of expansion. Meh. Oh my god, mosquitoes. Oh my god, I'm never using swamps again. I'm never using swamps again. Holy god, did you see that? Yikes. Teldrassil has pretty much always been the worst starter zone. And I say that having mained Night Elves for many years. That was it. Just make everything a blood grove here. Where are we? Okay, I don't think we can actually make it. Let's throw that on. I don't think we're gonna make that. Let's try to make it so we get a little bit more healing here. A couple more resources, maybe. So we got to push through 11 spiders, 1 ghost, I think, and 3 skeletons to do this. And we're dead. Yep, okay. Alright, whatever. There's nothing else I can do about that. Can I upgrade anything yet? Please. No. Well, I could actually I could make a cemetery, but I kind of don't want to. I want to save up for, like, the smelter. Get 5 more metal for the smelter. Oh my god. Okay, back out. Wait, what's that? I can upgrade the kitchen, which will increase the healing power, but eh. So the smelter unlocks a new card, unlocks a golden card, and gives plus 30 to base HP. But I guess that's it. Never mind. Supply Depot is apparently what I was actually thinking of. Damn it! That's even more expensive. So the Supply Depot gives me the access to do supply feature. From now on, you will start finding useful supply items for the people in the camp. It also unlocks the ability to craft supply items. So that's crafting. But I need 4 more metal and 1 more food to make that happen. Now, let's screw with this. Let's get rid of the swamp. Screw the swamp. The cemetery in the village. Passing through a cemetery tile during an expedition will give you a memory fragment, and if you upgrade it, it can resurrect you. I'm not sure how useful that is, honestly. I actually have no use for memory fragments yet, so I have no idea what those are useful for. Alright, here's my traits, by the way. That uses 2 of whatever those are. 5 food, 4 rock. What are those? It won't let me mouse over. Well, that's not a memory fragment. That's a memory fragment right there. And that's a memory tome. Which, like I said, I don't know what they're used for. That uses a green thing, whatever that is. That uses a gold thing, a black thing, and a brown thing. A lot of things here. I just said that about Volgastar. Okay. So, like I said, let's get our swamps. Screw swamps. Well, I need metal, right? Like, I need metal more than everything else. So... let's just go with this loadout. Screw it. Let's go. Squeeze it over there. Yeah, whatever. Give me more cards, noble leader. I'm gonna go hog on groves for a bit, I think. Of Bloodgrove. And we'll go ahead and do a battlefield over here because I want ghosts. Let's do it right there, actually. One thing is spiders, say over here. And then mountain, and then cemetery. I want our skeletons. Let's put them like right over here. No, new plan. Let's put it right there. So we can get some gear. I'd say this is not a bad run, but we're getting junk for gear. Gotten some good cards. Let's get rid of the goblins. I don't want to deal with goblins. What? Don't look at me like that. I don't want to deal with goblins. They're irritating to fight, and they give no real benefit compared to, like, everything else. Like, at least, you know, skeletons and whatnot give good gear. And golems give good gear. What do goblins give? A pain in the ass. That's what goblins give. Goblins are what Bilbo Baggins hates. Do chrono crystals overlap? Does anyone know? Like, I don't really have a way of telling. Hang on. Oh, Batarians. Screw Batarians. Let me Google that actually really quick. Hang on. Ah. Hey, Zach Taft. Only in your dreams, Ross. Okay, hang on. Apparently I can track this. There's HP per day, 27, right? So hypothetically, this should go... If this goes up by only, like, 1... Well, no. Okay, I went up by 3. The Infamous games? I mean, I played them at one point in time. Long, long ago. In the before times. They were fine, I guess. I don't know, they didn't stick with me that hard, to be quite honest with you. It took a while. You want to hear the dumbest thing about the Infamous games for me? It took a while for me to realize they were just standard superhero, super comic games. Basically, it took until I sat down and actually played them, which wasn't until Infamous 2 was already out. Everyone was talking about them as if they were another, like, Assassin's Creed-y kind of a game or something similar. Or maybe, like, another Mass Effect. Not, you know, a superhero game. Not a dig, by the way. It's just, it was... Nobody sold it to me that way. Hold on, what's my... 36. 42. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Let's fight 1,000 wolves. Yeah, exactly. No, everyone talked about the morality system, which wasn't really good, but it was kind of a neat new... We'll use the word new. Thing. So, you heard a lot about it. Let's put another cemetery. Let's really bogart these cemeteries. Let's put it, like, up here or something. Yes, it was a new thing. That's sweet metal. How often is the first iteration of something good? Oh man, So if you ever ask certain people on the internet, the answer is always. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, new traits. What do we got here? Good morning, Evo. Did you know that you're awesome and valued? Even if you don't make $1 million billion, you're still an awesome person. I was just thinking, thank you, Evo, if I could think of any particular games where, like, the first... I'll limit myself to games where the first game in a series or the first game in a concept, like a genre, kind of nails it. I know it's weird, Von Falkenstein. Believe it or not, she's still valuable. Hey, Dr. Winter. So apparently a strategy for these is to put the eggs, the spider eggs, by the chrono thing, so you just get tons and tons and tons of spiders to farm cards. We'll see how that works out. As much as I love having spiders. Tons and tons of spiders. Die, Goblin. Well, yeah, because like Homeworld isn't the first RTS, but it was certainly the first Homeworld game, and arguably the first 3D RTS. And Homeworld 1 is a legit game. Now, granted, the original Homeworld 1 is a little rough, if you haven't gone back and played it recently. But that doesn't change the fact that Homeworld 1 was a good game. So that would qualify for the requirements we set out. Yeah, the only 3D RTS I've ever seen that has come close to Homeworld, and indeed the only Homeworld game I've seen that's come close to Homeworld, is Cataclysm. I actually have upgraded a village, yes. Although it's really hard and I almost never manage it. On this particular playthrough I haven't, because I haven't been trying. I actually pulled villages out of my bar, or out of my deck, for this particular playthrough. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's funny, considering how much I'm getting screwed over in Stage 1 on Falkenstein. Which is either me sucking or my RNG. Take your pick. Oh, there's our first harpy. Harpies, skeletons. But a Bloodgrove. Works out nicely. Splatoon I'll actually give you, and credit to Nintendo for coming up with a new concept for an FPS. Well, I will give them that. Let's hold on to that for right now. It's true, Ross! Pikmin 1 is an interesting one, because Pikmin 1 is arguably another first game, but... Wait, what happened, Von Falkenstein? I missed that. Mario Brothers 1, I think, ended up being net positive, and is better than it has any right to be. But does it qualify as good? That's getting a little debatable. I mean, that's honestly for a game that early on in the life cycle of video games and a game that basically invented aspects of game design, that's pretty good. But that might be the answer, is pretty good is the answer, right? Like, even Zelda 1, I would argue, doesn't really know what it's doing with its concept. God damn it, why do I keep leveling? How dare you, levels. I'm just gonna keep layering these chrono things over here. Oh, chance to stun. That's the one I wanted. Admittedly, a lot of that was second quest. I'm pretty sure it was like -30, I want to say, if you don't count second quest. Oh my god. That was a thing. See, this is when I'd say, yeah, they also made Hydlide. Ah, gotcha, Von Falkenstein. That, yeah. No, yeah, I remember that his last year. I actually watched the video of his, actually, where he talked about how he was scared of rebranding and how he kind of had to because his last year really, really sucked. Because he had to financially support multiple people by himself. That's just the usual problem that is. I can't believe Hydlide got a series. I really can't. Like, how? You know? Oh, Blood Golem. Give me some loot. Give me some sweet, sweet loot. Maybe. Maybe no. Loot. My highest scoring first game? Oh, jeez. At this point? God, Virtual Hydlide. Oh, I know it's recent, because Breath of the Wild held the record for a while there, but I think something has surpassed it recently, like very recently, and I don't remember what it is. That, ooh, that is a lot of, that's a higher minimum damage than my current weapon's max damage. For that alone, I'm just going to put that in there. I'm getting a lot of lumber this round. Was it good? I need metal, though. I mean, what is it, 4 metal, I want to say? Holy God. Okay, hold up, hold up. New armor. Even better armor. Way better shield. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Blade 12. Yeah, okay, that tracks. I knew it was recent, Ross. I knew it was recent. It makes sense, too. That was recent. That's a good question, Dakota. I love those meetings. You know, one of the things I used to praise about doing my rewrite meetings was that we would actually get stuff done. Because for those of you not aware, I know this is going to sound shocking to anybody who's ever worked in the corporate world, but a meeting is supposed to actually accomplish something. I know that's weird, but it's true. You're supposed to actually do something in a meeting. And it always irritates me how much the opposite has just sort of become normalized. If I could get one more medal, I might consider bailing. Highest scoring coffee game? Well, it used to be Total Warhammer 3. So that's going to be my guess, because that's the latest one I remember. Want another Blood Grove? I can't get one, can I? Hey, Nordame. Oh, Ghost. Silent Hill 2R. Ow. Expedition 33. Yeah, that also tracks. Yeah, you know what? No, yeah. Both recent. Both have supplanted. I gain over 100 health back a day. Oh, we're about to get a boss. Should we do the boss? Should we trigger the boss? We're in a really good spot. We've got level 8 orange gear. But I also have all the metal I need on me. And I have no oblivions, but I do have beacons. Normally I don't think I would do this, but for the sake of testing, I feel like I have to. Here it goes. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh god, not a ghost now. Trying to just reach the boss, please. So, Lich's Palace increases their HP and damage by 5%. Great, but not the end of the world. So I'll get all of that. No, I believe you, Tyrion. That's exactly why that frustrates me so damn much. That is not how that should be. Hey, Celadia, 1 second. Thank you very much. Always. Give me 1 second. Write that down. Yeah, at first I wasn't sold on the pixel art because it's a little stylized. But it reminds me a little bit of Zelda 2's, but a little bit better. Like, I could tell what everything that's going on the screen right here at a glance, which is kind of impressive when you think about it, considering how much that looks like noise. So putting that towards off, Mortis, Ghost, Prototype, and I guess that would be Kingdom Hearts Recon. Go away. Okay, I've got some potions. For more potions, honestly, but whatever. Frickin' goblins, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Nobody likes you. Hang on. Let's do a mountain here. Then put that next to another mountain to get even more HP, and then even more HP, and then more HP per turn. I believe this is rogue progression. I believe that... I think I know that one off the top of my head, Ross. That should be Untitled Goose Game. Oh, Oblivion. Isn't that what I just said, Kinexco? Oh god, now I'm doubting myself. I even wrote down Chain of Memories, Recon, right there. Okay, boss time. Let's do it. Let's get a little more HP right at the last second. Just right here at the end. Okay. Well, first I gotta get through 4 wolves. I'm gonna lose a lot of resources if I die to this boss. But I'm pretty high on health. So let's do it. Boss time. How is it possible? That's right, you didn't devour me like the rest of the world. Haven't I? You really don't think so. What are you talking? Do they stack, Von Falkenstein? What are you talking about? I'm standing right in front of you. I consumed all of your reality. Its every element now rests in a separate pocket dimension. Spaces, living beings, information, even memories. They should remain there until entropy does its work, turning everything into a uniform, static mass. Along with you, of course. You're insane. So what do we have here? I see you found a way to interact with other pieces of your reality. Organizing, combining, and merging them. But how? I don't see any exceptional talents or knowledge in you. You hardly even understand what's happening, right? I'll tell you what's happening. A pile of bones is butchering my world and thinks it can get away with it. You're already doomed and you know it. Perhaps you're just the first in a series of systematic errors. A problem I must learn to solve. Let's not waste any time, then. I don't think you're capable of feeling regret, but I'm about to change that. We're actually doing pretty good. Nonsense. This is impossible for so many reasons. I don't understand. I put everything back the way it was. I can't. I've already completed my task, even if the result is not perfect. You're in no position to refuse, you sack of bones. He's already received everything I could gather. I just wanted to see how our crusade against the universe would end, to witness what will become of it. My presence is no longer required. Who's he? I get it. You're connected somehow, right? That's why. You'll find out soon enough. This anomaly will not escape his attention. My explanation will be meaningless to you now. So spare me your wheezing and just die. That sack of bones is telling the truth. I have a long journey ahead. I will build my whole world from scratch if I have to. I think I've played that game, too. And the skull of that monster will be the first brick in the foundation. Choose a reward. Are these permanent? There's a resource cap? So these are not permanent. Oh, well, then I'll just take the resources. Everybody listen, the Lich is dead. The curse has been lifted. But, what Lich? What curse? I believe you, of course, but I have no idea what you're talking about. You remember the dead sorcerer? Fur coat, scepter, shrouded in nebula, floating above the world in big shining wings, consuming it piece by piece. That's strange. Everyone here looks the same. Why? I guess he wasn't the reason for the darkness, though. That skeleton mentioned him. Whoever he is, he must have something to do with the obliteration of the world. Seems I have no other option but to continue my expeditions. It's time for Expedition 33. Alright, please tell me I can build something. Hey, supply depot! Let's do it. Good news! Sorry, I gotta say, good news, everyone. We've come up with a list of things we need. I can't say they're absolutely necessary, but they'll make our lives a little better. We can't keep eating dirt while sitting on dirt and sleep on, dirt. I'm exaggerating, of course. Just get the idea. If you stumble upon furniture or tool, remember where you found it, accompanying a horse carriage there. We'll make sure your findings go to the people who need it most. So now I can supply. What the hell is this? What is this screen? What is this screen? Ah! Okay, hang on. Hey, look, I've done 16 expeditions. Cool. I have killed 525 slimes and 1 lich. Okay, so I'm guessing I just don't have anything here. Yeah, okay, so let's craft. Craft a random supply item or a random thing. Sure, I don't know what this means. We've made a kitchen knife. Plus 1% base HP for every food item placed in camp. There's garlic. Plus 2 damage against all vampires. Okay. There's our slots, and there's our other slots. Okay, cool. I'm with it. So what's our next goal? Probably a hut, honestly. Although I never did make the refuge, and I probably should at some point. I need food and metal so I can unlock a class that I was supposed to have before I even beat the first boss. Right. Intel Center. Unlocks Encyclopedia and the ability to add gold cards to the deck. Also deserts and sand dunes. Watchtower. Okay, I know what a watchtower is because every strategy guide I saw said make sure to use tons of watchtowers. Or apparently, like you put really high level stuff near your base, and then like your watchtowers help you fight it or something like that. I forget the specifics. We'll figure it out when we get there. Hut gives residents furniture or food to store. Okay. Those are expensive, so no houses, everyone. No houses. I guess refuge is probably what I should work on next. So metal and food. I also want to get a cemetery at some point, which is also metal. Okay, whatever. Any cards? Ruins! Gives a random resource shard when passing through. Sure. Well, let's bring back the vampires while we're at it. Oh, we're over. We're overdone. Crypt. Oh, it doesn't tell me. I can't see. I do not know what a crypt does. Let's get rid of... I don't know, the Chrono Crystals plus Meadow combo actually worked out really well. And cemeteries are a great source of gear. I haven't been getting a lot of use out of treasuries. Let's dump the treasury. And since we're not fighting a boss, let's dump the beacon. Let's do that. Okay, enemies have more abilities. Enemies have more strength and stat growth, more resources, and more resource cap. Okay, sure. Well, let's see how this works out. We're right there, so let's get a battlefield like, yeah, right there. Let's put the spiders there. Corrosive structure. Each attack lowers target's defense by points until end of battle. Cute. Okay, so ruins go on the road. Well, let's put it over here. And see how that works out. At what point do I get access to new gear? I've noticed we haven't gotten anything other than these 4 slots since we started the game. I don't know, if I was to levy a complaint at this game, it feels like progression is a little bit too slow. We talked about how most rogue progression games have a bit of a critical mass point. And yeah, we're 100% not there yet. Well, let's go ahead and get that going now. Spiders. Chance to immobilize with web instead of attacking. Dude. Old painting. Increases damage done to boss by 4%. I'm not... Okay. That's not what I mean, though, Von Falkenstein. Like... Basically, I feel like either I'm doing something wrong, or the game is just designed to take longer than I think it should. That's the summary of that sentence. What the hell? Oh, right. Yeah, the archers. You mentioned that. Speaking of... Swarm of Bats. All of the creatures without this ability get the ringing in the ears debuff. Ghost. Chilling touch. Upon dying, stuns opponent for 3 seconds. And yeah, archer. 40% chance to run instead of being killed. I mean, you see the overall complaint there, right? If this is the overall pacing of the game, we're going to be here for days, and I'm not sure I'm into that. Especially since the loop has barely changed. No pun intended. What the hell was that one? Ancestral Crypt. And yeah, I know exactly, Dakota. Like, the fact that it... So... It takes 13 scrap metal to make 1 metal. So that means... and you get scrap. So it takes 13 resource nodes to get 1 useful resource. 12 branches to get a log is another example of that. Final resting place of Ancient Line. Death into Lessons Heritage. So +3 max HP for every enemy with a soul killed by the hero. Remove the HP bonus from all armor. What? So, like, that's pretty much all armor gives is HP. Give you 1 resurrection with full health per expedition. Sure, let's do it. This is a very dumb idea, but why not? We're gonna commit to this. So those are living, but don't have a soul, for example. And dead. Well, we're losing a bunch of stuff, including the painting. Yeah, we get living fiber, which makes for orb evolution. Crafting fragment, which makes a craft for orb of the afterlife. We're losing all this stuff. Whatever. Okay, so good to know. Spiders suck. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna look something up super quick here. Okay. jump right into the vampires again here. And definitely not regret this choice. What do you want to bet we're about to die right here? I am a little surprised we lived through that. No joke. Come on, give me something good. I'll take that. Wait, skeletons have souls? What? I get where you're going with that, but... Slimes? Slimes do not have souls. Ghouls have souls. Vampires have souls. I'll take that. And that. Okay. Ross! Ross! Look what they got! Thank you. Ross! Ross, come back! Okay, let's put that over here. Hang on, I'm playing one-handed now. I'm doing hard mode. Oh, I was off by one tile. Oh, I'm so stupid. Whatever. So, these are the Shamrock Shakes from McDonald's. They only do once a year, and they're weirdly good. Like, they have no right to be as good as they are. So, you know. That is a weirdly short list, yeah. I'm with it. I'm cool. We're cool. Everything's cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up the blood grove over there. Oh, you know what? No. Let's do a grove here. Yeah, right. Well, hang on. So I want... And yes, I noticed I leveled. Thank you. So if I do grove here, I put a blood grove here. That won't affect that. It'll affect that. And that's not going to work that way. Why is the range so short on blood groves? If I do it here, I can do that there. That'll work out. Okay. Now I just need another village, a farmland, and another vampire mansion. Okay, so I'm gonna want... right there, I want to say? Replace all these stupid buck tiles. Meadow, rock, mountain. Let's have blood go up there while we're at it. one village upgraded. So working on our next village upgrade. What was that? I didn't even get a chance to see what that was. New trophy. New village. Should probably get a mountain going. Let's hold off in the second, or excuse me, a third village. Oh, these stupid worms. Worms seem to give decent gear too, if we can kill them. Whoops. This is mine. Let's put a cemetery by a ruin. Does that do anything? Nope. Okay, I was just curious. Fiber, shapeless mass. That's another one. We've got a few new weird. Orb of afterlife. Whatever. Do we have farms in this deck? There's no way to tell that, is it? Like, I haven't seen a single farmland this entire time. Did I not put farms in my deck, or am I just getting terrible luck? Whatever, let's kill the goblins, because they're just a waste of everything. Multiple ruins. Sure. There's our mountain, finally. It's fine, Chilpangland. They weren't doing anything with the afterlife anyways. It's fine. That's a lot of evasion. I think I'll take that. You weren't kidding though, Von Falkenstein. These new abilities suck in Chapter 2. Which makes me terrified, because there's a Chapter 3, I'm sure. I don't know how many chapters there are. But, like, I'd be shocked if this is the last chapter. Hey, Spartan. 4. Okay, so it's 4 chapters. Why is that shaking? Apparently not, Spartan. Okay, I accept my horrible death. Oh my god, I'm just getting murdered this round. Oh my god, the murder. Oh, there's a lot of murder. Okay, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe? It's okay, I've already looked up cheats. I haven't tested them yet, but we might be able to cheat to speed this up a little bit. Put that there, put that there. Okay. If your HP drops below 30%, your regen is doubled. No, Spartan, I have not. Hmm. Music is consistently good. Is the music that quiet? I actually turned it down because I thought it was being too loud. And you guys usually are on the opposite spectrum of that for me. Oh gosh. Let's do this one. Take the extra HP too. Oh my god, goblins. Oh my god, freaking goblins are just the worst. Ugh. What do I think of the interface? It's better than I would think it is. Like, if you mean graphically, I have no real opinions on it. It's nice and stylized. I may have to flee. Like, I'm not sure I can manage this. Not with 4 worms and a skeleton facing me. Before I give up completely, let's see what that does. Okay, that got rid of the 3 worms. And we're dead. Okay, I didn't know. Whatever. I build anything yet? Build a cemetery. Well, sure. Let's build a cemetery. Thank you. This place is nice. Calm. Also, my cat is dead. Look at his cat. There are people here, but they are quiet. They look grim, but they can tell you much if you listen. Right. Okay. I didn't have the wheat. God dang it. Let's get rid of... I'll just give her ruins. They're not helping. Like, you know what? Actually, hang on. Let's give her spiders. I've walked away from spiders. We're in a post-spider society. More like the opposite of a tower defense. Well, you know what I could do? Let's actually keep spiders. Never mind, change my mind. Let's keep spiders. So there's the crypt. Okay, so now I can tell you what the crypt does. Placed near the cemetery, the final resting place of an ancient hero. Both magic and unstable state of the world have taken a toll on it. Maybe its history will awaken some new qualities. Unlocks a new class. Necromancer. I still haven't unlocked the second class, Rogue, because it takes 1,000 million billion resources. Hang on a second. Listen, those necks are going to be super happy around me. I'm just saying. The Necro Dancer. What the hell? Oh God, Blade Tomorrow. That sounds awesome. No, you're absolutely right, Chill Pangolin. And honestly, and I don't want to sound negative, I'm already kind of wanting to get past the step I'm at. If that makes any sense. Like, I get what the game wants me to do. It wants me to do another, like, 10 loops in order to get stuff. And I'm not interested in doing another 10 loops to get stuff. I would like to keep going. So, let's see if this works. I thought you were playing 3, Dakota. Which now I gotta immediately get farmlands. That's a good question. How good is Neo 2? Especially in direct comparison to 1. Now it's lined up correctly, I think. Yeah, I guess we could go resource trawling. We do need lumber. So let's spread out some groves here. I mean, we'll be playing through the Neos in order, so that makes sense. Oh, that's a ways off. It's a nice, long, chonky games. Yeah, we might split it up. Like this kind of our norm nowadays. I don't mind blocking together some games because they're short, like we did with Kirby's. But even then, I only played like 4 Kirby games in a row. And by the end of it, people were already sick of them, so... Yakuza's is the same deal. So I have another list, which is obviously local. I don't have it on the website. And it's the franchise list, is what I call it. The whole goal of the franchise list is this is an entire franchise I'd like to cover, right? Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Zelda was on that list. Mega Man, Mario, Metroid. You get the idea. Fire Emblem. The idea there, Civilization, that's another one. The idea there is I kind of want to go through those in order. Pikmin is another one. So the concept is we'll start with Yakuza 0, most likely, and as far as like dealer's choice shoving, and then scooch our way forward as we go. But the goal is to not play Yakuza 0, and then Kiwami 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, like back to back to back. That would be crazy. And hundreds of hours long. Sure, silly idea. Why not? Which is funny, because Yakuza 0 was my first Yakuza game. From a real-life perspective, like, just as a player, it was the first one I touched. Go figure. I'm not disagreeing, I just think it's funny. Yeah, it was post 5, I think? It was either right before or right after 6, I forget which. Okay. I've been getting like Yeah, it's worth noting Yakuza 0 is a very good game. It's the reason I have any interest in the series at all. Okay, here we go. So let's do... Oh, I don't have it. No. Ah, whatever. Let's play with it. So let's destroy that. Overgrown field. Adds fields of blades to empty combat spaces. Interesting. Jeez, I haven't gotten like... That's my second ring the entire run, the entire loop. There's our vampire mansion, which I'm gonna make it do. So let's get rid of the bandits, because bandits suck. The vampire mansion down. Here. What's the ding sound I keep hearing? Like, that's a new sound effect. I don't recognize it. Well, whatever, I guess. This is, painful. Wait, no, I paused! I paused! I paused! Whatever. Can I build anything? No. Okay, so now can we build it? Nope, we need food and lumber. Okay, okay, I'll let that work. Okay, how about food? Okay. What's the orange? What's orange mean? Oh, it can only be built next to the kitchen. Okay, let's put it over there. Okay, there are exiles in exile. Don't go so hard on the lost souls who found respite in wine and gambling. Why don't you take a seat? Pick yourself a poison to drink. But I'm not here for the... That's strange. This place, this life. It all feels so familiar. Now we're talking. Found a living on the road, bit of robbery maybe. Collecting bounties for some unlucky souls. It's as if someone else knew and did all this, and now I have access to their knowledge and skills. And somehow I literally have 2 aces in my sleeve now. And this coin purse. I think I stole it, too. Ah! Wait, that's my purse! Don't believe me? Ah, well. Feel free to come by if you want to discuss your new trade. I didn't become this good with knives by working in the kitchen, you know. Uh-huh. Well, now we have access to Rug. That's cool. What else do we want? Let's see. Mud Hut, Script. Alright. Alright, so let's see here. Let's make a wish list. We've already got farms. We don't need more farms. Let's see what a mud hut does. Let's pull that, like, out here, I guess. We're one step closer from the humble camp to a proud village, even though it's just a hut half buried in mud. We're honestly grateful. The people are very exhausted, body and mind. Some private place to call home will make everyone happier. That gives us more of this stuff, I guess? More slots for this. Still can't craft much. What are those? Metamorphosis is what's used for crafting. Okay. We'll come back to that. Okay. So, warehouse gives us limit. That gives us... Anything else? That gives us necromancer. Let's get this. So that's... Let's see here. It's a lot of food. Let's build that over here. So here's what we know so far. The world consists of darkness and fragments of your memories. And it doesn't stay the same for long. Nothing is stable. That's not completely true. There's some key memories that drastically change everything. As we keep notes of your expeditions, pieces start to form a bigger picture. It'd be much easier if everything wasn't so shapeless. Remember, all knowledge is priceless, so please share it with us, and together we'll decide how best to use it. Encyclopedia. Hey! Oh my god. Info in-game. Most of this looks like repeated stuff, actually. Oh, hey, hello. That's interesting. This is called Prime Matter. This is the super ghost we got after the ghost of a ghost. A creature beyond comprehension. There are no words to fully describe it, no words to describe it even partially. Both nothing and everything simultaneously. When killed, grants 3 random cards, including those you didn't choose for the expedition, or a golden card. Only in Chapter 2. The noble feeding on the blood of the common folk is a very vivid expression. The thing is, it's not just a figure of speech. A vampire enjoys infinite lifespan and phenomenal physical, magical, and intellectual abilities. These make vampires great reformists and innovators. These days, however, nearly all vampires went insane because of the long stay in the empty void and the immense hunger for blood. They fight with long claws, tough as bone, ripping through their victims. Cool. That's cool. Oh, there are 6 bosses. Researcher. Cosmic is a stat effect there. Oh, you can replay dialogue. That's interesting. There's 4 locked dialogues for him. Days resurrect as a shattered skeleton after being killed. Takes less damage from archers. Who's the Mimic? A nebulous creature of indescribable composition, capable of imitating any form of any given object. Mimics are the best at what they do. In several cases known yet to history, a sleeping mimic chest was unlocked with a key. Yet history knows many more cases when a chest mimic devoured a poor soul who approached it too close. It attacks with an array of rigid pseudopods that comprise almost all of its body. Goblin Leader. Dicks. There's the ghouls. Instead of attacking, can devour a random corpse to restore HP. 25% HP. A poor fellow sucked dry by a vampire. Walking corpse looking for flesh to compensate for the life that was taken from it. Serves the will of a vampire, yet cannot rest even when the master's expires. The rare moans of these creatures are merely attempts to imitate the act of breathing, and should not be mistaken for calls to peaceful communication. Gargoyles, we haven't fought them much. Flesh Golem. Cool. That's gross. Mosquitoes. Overeating. Explodes after 7 successful hits to do 40 times loop damage to all creatures. Oh my god. Scarecrows. 30% of their damage is dealt to everyone on the battlefield. What the hell is a dark slime? Whatever. Here's our resources. Orb of Immortality. Usually death is unstable. This orb makes it stably non-existent for a few seconds. Okay. Orb of the Afterlife. Orb of Craft, Evolution, and Unity. Okay, so hang on. What have we got here? Road Lantern, Goblin Camp, Blood Grove. There's a Hungry Grove. Hungry Groves. There's the Mountain Peak. There's Forest, which we don't actually have access to yet. The Lich Palace. So... I'm not sure how much to infer from this. It could be inferred there's a third type of meadow, for example. Or it could just be coincidental, the placement, because after all, Blood Grove and Hunger Grove are down here. Whereas Grove is up here. I know it's a different type, but you get the point. But there's the Overgrown Field. There's apparently 2 road things we haven't even found yet. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not as good as I was hoping for. I feel vaguely sad. It's decent, but it's not, like, great. Well, there's still several mechanics that I only know because, you know, I've looked up a strategy guide. And I was hoping for stuff like that. Okay, what else can we build? So we got the Intel Center. 1 crossbowman will help you from each tower in battles on tiles adjacent to campfire. You can build up to 4 towers. It's only the tile immediately adjacent, though. Oh, there's Forest. Unlocks Forest and Thicket. There's River, consequently. It's unbelievable, but it actually was here all along. What a nice place you've chosen to set up camp. Okay, hold on. Let's build a watchtower. It's a nice structure out there. Sturdy, reliable, useful. Keep telling this to myself over and over. I almost even believe it now. My boys can already see quite far in this dark fog. They'll support you in battle. And civilians will sleep better at night. Oh, we can upgrade that. Make them stronger and attack range increased by 1 tile. Oh, that's useful. Hang on. That's super useful. Let's upgrade that. Is there a second upgrade? There is a second upgrade. That takes way more. Oh, let's build more watchtowers. What do I need? Let's see. Stone, looks like. Metal. And food. Let's put another watchtower. More towers, more soldiers. More soldiers, more arrows. More arrows, more arrows. Thanks. Oh, needs even more food. Damn. Hang on, hang on. No, not that. Okay, so now we got a bunch of towers. What else we got? Where did I try? So I got to try out the road. Is that all the basic stuff? That looks like that's all the basic stuff we can build right now. How's a war camp? Oh. Desert. Lowers every creature's HP by 0.5%. Also comes with dunes. Which I can't see the... I don't know what dunes are. Hang on. What are dunes? Where's desert? Where's desert? Ah! Oh, whatever. Oh, we just add meadows. Screw it. Yeah, let's go right out and let's try a rogue. Collects trophies by killing enemies in combat and exchanges them for items at the campfire. Starts with 5% vampirism and plus 10% to stat bonuses of the same type that comes from 2 or more equipment stacking. Oh, we have different gear loadouts too. No rings, but we gain boots. Interesting. Okay. We also get 2 weapon slots. Oh. There's our first desert. Wait, let's make a desert up here. And then, we looked at it too. Yes, here. I should build. Okay, sand dunes. Lower all creatures' 8 health by 1%. Okay, so let's put that next to a dune. That doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Oh, hold on. We just bought a bunch of gear. New boots, new armor, second weapon. Tons of crit damage, which is apparently a thing we can do now. More sand dunes, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing with the sand stuff. We're just playing with it. And of course, put this right next to the Chronos field. Okay, let's see what happens. Jesus, we kill fast. I guess that's the point. We're a rogue. Damage dealer, etc. Cemetery there. Get rid of those goblins, because nobody likes goblins. Put the blood grove over by that. Oh my gosh, okay. We get plenty of metal this way. I'll take the crit damage, actually. doesn't actually see our crit damage. Oh, no, it is right there. 22% crit chance for 166% damage. Okay. Was that the memory fragment? What did that? Maybe it was the shapeless mass. I don't know. Still don't know what that sound effect is. I don't know, Rogue's kind of weird. Not in a bad way. Just kind of in a weird way. Meadows going. Hey! Our crossbowmen are doing their jobs. Holy crap. It was all worth it. Yeah, let's put that right there. And set the Blood Grove. Get the mountain going. Get the rock going. Oh, more desert. Still don't know if we can build anything out of desert. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Okay. Cheese? Cheese? Heals 1 HP after killing an enemy. Interesting. Oh! Ziggurat! Spawns a desert spirit each loop. Each desert spirit has a 1 1/3 chance of joining a battle anywhere on the road. Appears for every 7 deserts and sand dunes. Okay. Oh. Let's put that over there. Okay. It. Okay, so rogue abilities. Gain 1 HP for each trophy he gets since this trait was taken. Fight against 3 or more enemies will grant you an additional trophy. 50% chance to steal a resource from an enemy while countering. It looks like it, Dakota. This looks like a straight upgrade of reward. I don't know about Necro yet, obviously. Let's do Marauder, because we're fighting groups pretty frequently. Hey, Crazy Norse. How is your day going? Let's get rock going here. I guess that's it, actually. Let's just sit on that. Whoa! Ho, ho. Yeah, this is why I have my 4 crossbowmen set up for this spot right here. Holy crap. Okay, so new boots. Decent armor. Put that there. I don't know. 35% evasion's pretty good. I think I'll stick with that for now. Yeah, I noticed Rogue's already kind of fallen behind on health. Yeah, this might be it. This might be it. Legitimately. We're already out of potions. Oh, Jesus, that was close. But we're like at the very beginning of the loops. We're probably dead. Huh? So it speaks. What kind of creature are you? I used to be like you at first. Then the sands took me. Now I'm but a handful of quartz grains browned by primordial magic. I have knowledge, and more importantly, insight. We are unstable, fleeting, and so is this land. More amorphous than the ever-shifting sands. You are the least elusive of us all. We need your help. At last! I've been waiting here as no one seems to realize what's happening, or just pretends things have been always this way. I want to help someone. You speak of different things. You are a constant existence. Sand and magic can do a lot, but we need to persist long enough. We barely take shape before we are gone again. I want you to follow me down the path of heat and sun. You shall become one of us, and a new chance for the desert. A layer of sand that persists, lively and vast. We shall fill this cold void to the brim. Overfill it, even. Want me to become sand? No way. We'll all fall apart in due time, sure, but I'm not going down that easy. And I will resist you. And then die. Yeah, just instantly. Well, we lost a ton of crap there, but that's okay. Jesus, those are expensive. Alright, so that was Rogue. Interesting. I do like that. Let's poke at Necromancer. What do we need? We need pebbles for that. What else do we need? We need all kinds of stuff. I also want to see the river and the forest. So hang on one second. But yeah, like, I don't know. I like the idea of switching to rogue. To farm, like I said. Oh, not that one. This one. So I spent several more loops grinding. Grind. And then we build a forest? Nope, what are those? What are those green things? Orb of Evolution? That's probably Orbs of Evolution. Yep, okay. What are those things? Orb of Craft? Astral Orb? Maybe it's Orb of Craft. Nope. It's gotta be the Orb of Craft, then. Nope. What are those? Orb of Unity? Sure wish I could mouse over and see what that is. Hey, it was an Orb of Unity. But I'm missing something. Orb of Expansions. Oh, right, yes, of course, of course. Okay, river. I can't believe it. I'm gonna have questions about this thing to fill a river. To fill an ocean, you mean? There are no more oceans in the world. The river's the biggest body of water there is. How are we even supposed to know about the ocean? Just look at it. All this water's coming from nowhere and goes into nothing. Is it the same water circling around, or is something constantly creating new matter? I mean, chili and rice sounds really good, Mr. Red. I have no idea. Do you want to see if it's good for swimming? Of course! Sploosh, 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 sploosh. Okay, so that gave us access to the river card, but also the bridge. Unlocks the ability to keep the river from going under the road during an expedition. In the camp, cannot be built on riverbeds. I also want to make a forest. Wow, it's a forest. Yep, a forest. Solid wood. It's truly unbelievable. Yeah, I get it. I know what a forest is. A shining example of perennial evergreen flora. Are you making fun of me? That's how a log or a plank looks before it dies. It's so fascinating. Yep, definitely making fun of me. So that unlocks forest and thicket cards. Ooh, river plus battlefield, huh? Well, there's the lumberjack. After an expedition, gives one stable branch for every completed loop, but no more than the amount. Oh, so that's the lumber equivalent of the farm. War camp increases hero strength by 1% and unlocks the outpost card. We'll get to that in a second. How the hell is the smelter so expensive? Why are you so expensive, smelter? Explain yourself. Yar, har, har, what a nice smelting barrel. Throw on some coal. Scrap metal away. Hey, lad, you know the secret of sturdy armor? It's the sturdy body beneath it. Har, har, har. Okay. There's the huts. We already made huts. There's the warehouse, which, yeah. I guess we should make, like, one of those over... Oh, we already made one. Never mind. Didn't we? Oh, no, we didn't. Never mind. So, yeah, let's build a warehouse over here. Or not. Let's look at us. Yesterday we had no idea how to get by, and already we need more space to store our belongings. How is new human greed would outlive the apocalypse? Aren't you human, lady? No? Okay. So I notice only some of these have a cap. Like, farm I can build however much I want, right? Mud huts I can build however much I want. I can only build 2 warehouses. 4 watchtowers, 1 of most things. I can build only the 1 river. And only the 1 bridge. But I can build as many lumberjacks and forests as I want to. What does a library do? Unlock additional pages in the encyclopedia. Also unlock some cards. We'll come back to that. We've already built that. Already built that. Screw it. Let's see what necromancer feels like. Oh, you're interested too, no? Not everybody appreciates. Not everybody understands. The people can serve you not just with their voices, but with their bones, their swords, their bows. And they're not evil if you're not afraid. You're right. I only need to raise my hand and rise. Someone in chat, do the rise emote really quick, please. Just for me. Just for me. Assuming it's still there, we might have gotten rid of it. Wait, I've never done anything like this before. If I remember correctly. The craft teaches itself. Often through books or words, but it taught you through walls and stones. Unusual. Rise! So now we have access to Necromancer. Okay, so we haven't made a camp, a lumberjack, a bridge, or a tent, or a library. Let's hold off on that for right now. Did we make anything cool? No. Did we make anything cool here? No. Blacksmith hammer, +1 defense. Just straight up. That's just... Forster's axe with a knife. So we can make duplicates. Lots of duplicates, as you can see. Can we double up on duplicates? We can. Okay. Raise chance of finding a rare item by 10%. Sure. Additionally heals 15 when hero passes through the campfire. That's whatever. Chance to receive a ration when passing through a wheat field. Also, 3% of your damage becomes damage to all. Yes, please. Skinner's Knife. Chance to receive ration when killing a rat wolf. Plus damage against rat wolves. Shoe Nails. Attackers receive 1 damage every hit. Forester's Axe. Every time you receive stable branches, you have a chance of receiving more. These are not very good. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound negative, but considering the sheer quantity of resources these takes, these are microscopic increases in output. Like, attackers take 1 damage after every hit. I'm on chapter 2. That would have been helpful at the beginning of the game, not now. And I had to cheat to get to this point. Well, let's see what kind of food we can make. Let's see. Mixed nuts. HP for every point of defense. Cheese heals you when killing an enemy, just like cheese does in real life. Stew. More health. 5 health when passing damage. 5! 5. I have hundreds of health or thousands on a given loop. 5? I've got to be doing something wrong. I've got to be worthless. That's what it is. It's got to be me. 10 HP? That's it? Alright, let's just equip all these. Yeah, cheese is the only worthwhile food, really. Yeah, we'll go with that. Sure, whatever. It's a shame you can't, like, decide what you want to make. You just have to make stuff randomly. I suppose I should upgrade stuff. Let's go ahead and upgrade things here. Congratulations, hero. These new cauldrons will make life better not just for you, but for the whole camp. To celebrate, you can write down a new recipe. 4 potatoes, half a block of cheese. Mix with a pot of sour cream and bake for an hour. Hero can rest before fighting a boss. Yeah, I guess it does speed up the initial loops. I guess that's valid. That's not something I can argue against. I guess that's valid. I'm gonna withdraw my statement because that speeds up the initial loops. I can imagine how happy the people are. Just yesterday, the walls of their shelters were made from mud, and now they live in actual houses. Holy moly! Can I be considered the mayor now? Easy there. We can handle the apocalypse, but not a politician. No comment. Okay. What's this need? Here's the cemetery upgrade, which honestly we probably should go for. Oh, what's this? More vials means more potions. Every sip increases your chance of coming back in one piece and bringing more ingredients. I was watching the people. At first they were lying still. Then they began getting up, walking, bringing coffee. Convenient. I can watch you too. You don't need to lie still. You must keep going. That's vaguely creepy. Increase health after revival. Sure. Increase healing effect. And +1 refill. Did you know healing herbs don't always heal? Yeah, sometimes your potions don't help at all. That's not what I'm talking about. With the right dosage, you can turn medicine into a poison. That's the duality of life itself. Something you consider evil can be good from a different point of view. But don't sweat it. It's not like you'll be facing such dilemmas anytime soon, right? 28 food? Jesus, some of these get crazy. What's the gymnasium do? Suburbs? Alright, hang on. We gotta see what the suburbs... We gotta see what the suburbs are. My kitchen keeps getting better. Here's a new recipe. Cut chicken into cubes, fry it with soy sauce, and 2 spoonfuls of honey. I usually add sesame seeds, but that verges on hot-take cuisine. Isn't that just sesame chicken? 55 lumber and 24 food. That is crazy. Anyways, let's do it. Well, I never thought my humble tent would grow this much. Drawing so much attention to myself is a bit awkward. For this, I'll tell you my trademark recipe. It's difficult and treacherous. Many cooks have laid down their knives trying to master it. Boil some water. Throw in some meat dumplings. When they float up, it's time to serve them. Go now. Use this knowledge for the greater good. That's a real mansion. Just recently we wouldn't even dream of something like this, and now we get to live well and chase our woes away. You know, you should talk to people more often, or the man who gave them all the stability might become a vague image for them all. A hero that's always off on a quest they know nothing about. But you do remember my heroic deeds, right? What deeds? Have you ever considered building yourself a mansion when it's over, to live a normal life? That's too far in the future. I still don't know how to piece the world together. I'm not sure I ever will. You built such a settlement for all these people. That fact alone is a miracle. Every person in this camp believes you can save the world. Even you. Even me. I'm being sincere. No kidding this time. Hmm. Well, obviously I want to play at warrior. I mean, necro. Make even better watchtowers here. Sometimes I keep watch myself. It strengthens the spirit. Reminds me how to point the crossbow in the right direction. During your expeditions, we can see how the darkness retreats and the great world reveals itself. Hope one day I'll be able to join your assault. Wow, you're going to upgrade the hell out of these. Hang the new targets. Put that drove rings fracture. Do you have any shoulders? Put some back into it. We're in the middle of training. Go away. There we go. Rank 6 watchtower. The view is unprecedented. The climb easier than ever. The arrow slits seem to guide the shots perfectly. I sound like I'm trying to sell myself, don't I? It's been so long since I could call something a proper military facility. Thank you. You're welcome, I guess. Let's get our super towers going here. I notice towers don't help at all with bosses, which actually makes a lot of sense. That would just be a little bit too silly otherwise. Ah, real temple of... Your glasses are... You're also dripping ink. Best temple there is. Getting new knowledge, cramming, and exercising your memory. Well, your muscle memory, at least. I feel very sorry for the geographic sciences, though. Now you can learn all there is in just a few hours. Alright, well now we have suburbs. Our occupations are much alike, you know. Not sure. I don't think my blade has ever healed anyone. My herbs heal wounds and aches, but your actions heal the world itself. Your march restores the flow of life, even if you have to kill on your journey. Thank. Feels vaguely positive. Smith's Forge. Whoops. Last to be me fairness. I used to be just a cabin boy on an Orlop deck. Now I'm a bona fide captain of a blacksmith and battleship. Yar har har. Now it's my turn to keep the furnace downwind. Next, be plenty of deliveries from me fiery harbour, I swear my tongues. From now on, your Culga hold will be full of weapons whenever you embark on a new expedition. Thanks, I think. I'm gonna go with thanks. You stand up and walk, but you're limping. Not good. The locals told me how to tell you to stop limping so much. It'll be better now, trust me. The locals? Like, I understand what you mean by that, but really? This is a grave. A special one. The wizard was lying here. But he left. By himself. No help from me. He left a book behind. Could be useful. Jesus, these things take a lot of resources. We'll come back to that. Screw it. We'll do it right now. I think we have 16 of. I never had any ambition, so I never thought I'd be able to attain such skill. It seems the sincere care for others can actually change a person. Thank you, hero. Sorry for the long speech. That was one sentence! Okay. Let's head out. Okay, we have a couple new cards here. Let's play with this, shall we? So there's our suburbs. I want our suburbs. Can only be placed next to other suburbs if they are present. Increase the experience gained from killing enemies by 1. River. Doubles the effect of landscape tiles. Forests. Increases heroes' attack speed. Forge. Remove up to 2 items from the inventory. Adds an effect that lowers incoming damage by 20% for 10 hits per item. So you burn items to do that. Then we get the Storm Temple. Strikes 2 random targets in range with lightning every 5 seconds. Sure. Ancestral Crypt. Plus 3 HP every enemy with a soul killed. Remove HP from armor. Yeah, we've already seen that. And Arsenal. Unlock an additional equipment slot. Reduces item quality by 15%. What? Reduces item quality? What? Okay, so... Suburbs, huh? I want to play with the desert. We could get... let me think about this. So I want the battlefield with the river. Let's get rid of the spiders. Nobody likes spiders. And... I guess we could get rid of the grove. I'm not going to use that much anymore. Let's do that. Let's commit to that. Forest and Storm Temple. I mean, that makes sense. Alright, let's try Necromancer. Let's see how this works. Hi, Elizar. We are a Necromancer. Okay, let's put on our shield, put on some defense. Skeleton level. Sure. Mountain. Hang on, so... Damn it. So, meadow needs to go right here, which means 1 over. Yeah. So, like that. Thicket! Let's start a thicket over here, sure, whatever. That's an amulet. Go, my minions! So we have 2 max skeletons right now. I don't know if we could affect that or change that. Let's put the vampire mansion right there. Forest we'll put over here. Battlefield. Let's hold off on Battlefield right now. That is a very good question to put in. Something I want to test. Let's go and start pushing the desert. Down here. River! Ooh, okay. So, river, like here? And then... Battlefield. Which is now a shipwreck. Nice. Spawns a siren once per loop. Spawns a chest, no mimics. Enemies on tiles around them can become ghosts. Oh, and village. Let's make our first vampire village. Oh my god. Yeah, the crossbowmen just shred that at this level. No surprise there. Ooh, yes, more skeleton levels, please. Make my skeleton grow! Oops, suburbs. Okay, so... What do I want to do with the suburb? Okay, hang on. So let's build it down here. And we'll kind of start building these. Battlefield. Where do I want a battlefield? Let's put another meadow up here. The sand down. Let's hold off on that. But yes, many games I play are indie games. Those are. Despite some of the very strange complaints I get from people. Humidity Lover gets the slimy positive effect if there are liquid enemies in battle, which of course there are. Oh, my minions. Please, my minions. Oh my god, that hurt. Ouch. Okay. More suburbs. Very good, very good. What's that? That's still river. Doubles the effect of adjacent tiles. But, like, are rocks landscape tile? They have to be, right? Like, logically speaking. Okay. Let's let that sit for a second. I was actually thinking about that. Admittedly, some of this is personal preference, but I kind of dislike how random the gear is, the gear. It feels like it's a microscopic but extant delay every time I get a new piece of gear, and it's like, okay, hang on, is that worthwhile? Is that worthwhile? Is that worthwhile? This is not the only game I have that complaint with, and I'm not sure if that's really like an objective problem or like a me problem. Like with, to explain this a little bit, when I see a new tile, there's some strategy involved in where I put these tiles and how I design my layouts. When I see gear, it's more like, okay, yeah, no, exactly. Stranger in Paradise is a perfect example of a game that had this exact same problem. Let's keep developing the river up here. And the rock. Go, my minions. Wow, just absolutely destroyed. Oh, speaking of perks. So, plus magic shield for each summoned skeleton for the rest of the expedition. Oh my god. Each allied skeleton heals the hero when it dies. Chance of summoning 2 skeletons at once when reaching maximum number of skeletons. All of those look good. Let's do the shield one. See if my minions can help me here. Go, minions! Rise! God, those sirens suck. Holy moly. They give good stuff, though. Look at that. I'm also not exactly sure what skeleton level does. I mean, I'm assuming it's a good thing, but like in the most vague and generic way possible. So there's our oasis. Reduce my attack speed, but also reduce attack speed to all other creatures by even more. Interesting. See, undead summoning who you just fought would work perfectly in a game like this, because remember, you decide what you fight in this game. So if you just stay on the default line, you'll have undead slimes, but you can decide if you want undead ghouls, or undead, werewolves, or undead spirits, or whatever, right? Let's hold on to that, actually. Sirens are mean. I still don't have a good way to kill these stupid things. Ooh. Thank God they get really good loot, because ouch. Oh, Storm Temple. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I want it to be on that line. So let's put a forest next to it. Burned Forest. Okay. Let's... gosh, I'm in a weird one. Oh, there's the lightning, and yep, as expected, it can hit me. Oh my god, those are getting worse every round. Which I suppose makes sense, but... Oh. So this should do, like... Hang on. So we right now have... 14 health a day. Now we have... 20 health a day. Okay, no, that is working exactly how I thought. So yeah, river plus meadow equals lots of health per day. We could also do river plus desert, but that gives us oases. Oh god, Falkenstein turbo healing every round. Damn it. Okay. Each allied skeleton heals everyone dies, plus skeletons level for a loop, starting from the loop when this trait was received. Oh, getting that really early would be nice. I'm gonna take that anyways. Just in case. Damn it, Immortal Slime, I swear to God. Burned Forest plus Warrior looks really good. Because that's just straight pure damage, and that just bypasses everything. I'm not sure it really benefits me, because I don't think pure damage actually affects my skeletons. Oof. Thank you, Immortal Slime. Wait, hang on. Thank you, Immortal Slime. Stab, stab, stab. Okay, we're good. Thank you very much. I do always appreciate you. Let's see. It's going towards 13 Sentinels. Crystals of Eternal Block. And Dragon Age 4. Okay. This is our first Blood Grove. We don't even have a Grove yet. Oh? I can't place another river? I can't place a river. That's interesting. I'll place a Chrono Crystal. Whoa. Ah, yeah. Give me that health per day. I think I agree with silly idea. Desert seems the best fit for Warrior. That way up there. Oh god. It's my favorite enemy. The Siren who is almost out healing my damage. Oh my god. This freaking Siren. And we're dead. Whew. Oh, right, we get 1 res. Yay! Holy crap. Yeah, I was actually thinking that too. Oh, it's copied from Reddit. Well, then. They would know. Let's double up on the lightning. Still can't place any rivers, I notice. Does summon quality mean? No, seriously, what does summon quality mean? Like, specifically. There's so many questions, and none of them are answered. I have a strange sense of deja vu. You! Oh, we've actually already seen this. We just kind of died to it, so it kind of, yeah. Oh god, a siren and a freaking sand spirit at the same time. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Jesus, yeah, we are extremely dead. Okay. Oh, what else we got? Let's make a library. Ah, this pleasant smell of cellulose sheets and dried ink. The smell of books, to put it simply. Look at us, I am a scientist. Knowledge is my weapon. You're a traveler. Your weapon is a weapon. And yet, in spite of the differences, we both pursue the same goal, to study and recover the world. Theory, knowledge, learning! We shall discover this world anew, my friend. Okay, so now I have, like, new info, maybe? Maybe? Oh, here it is. Okay, so hang on. God, that frickin' siren. We have almost all the tools unlocked. Most of the food, too. Okay, so let's request knowledge. Wait, do I have to request it on a specific thing? I think I do. The mimics surround us in life. Take coins from the pockets of an old jacket. Where did they come from? Or the odd pair of nails in a drawer? A spare plate in the kitchen? The bloodthirsty chests adventurers find on the way are the weakest members of their species. Too impatient and incapable of elaborate mimicry. They're too easy to discover. Just reach out or hit them. That's it. I must publish this article as soon as possible. Everyone must know the truth. Mr. Zerical was found choked to death with a metal rake tightly wrapped around the neck. What a terrible suicide. So, like, we get extra lore, but we have to pay for it? I'm not sure what I think about that. Like, that's neat extra lore. Yeah. Like, the fact that that costs is kind of... It's not even cheap, either. That's 13 memory fragments per single entry. And almost every monster has, for example, 3 entries. Like, here's slime. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. A slime is a result of a magical attempt to create life. Primitive beasts with a few ways of interacting with their environment. All of which revolve around finding and consuming food. Once a slime reaches a critical body mass, it splits in two. Each new copy is identical to the original, down to each individual cell in its body, already prepared to perform the same functions. It is perfect in its simplicity and disgusting in its nature. Someone's foolish game with magic cost many lives. A long time ago, in a land far away, the first adventurer was born. He took the first sword, opened the door of the first dungeon, and a slime was already waiting for him there. The recipe for slime lasagna is so simple, even a slime itself could make it. The only tricky thing is surviving the tasting. Beth Barlow was an optimistic old lady. She would always find a way to profit from anything. When a voracious mimic turned up in her basement, she saw it as an opportunity to get rid of cockroaches, rats, smelly drunkards, annoying neighbors, tax collectors, greedy grandchildren, and finally her own boredom. Mimics can spend years waiting for their prey without moving at all. The tenacity and modesty of these wonderful creatures deserves admiration. They have the capacity to become apex predators, yet stay true to their principles and keep punishing humanity's greed. Look, don't you like lasagna? Don't you like Walker making lasagna? Alright, hold on. Let's make a lumberjack up here. They managed to stabilize a small section of the forest before. Now it's almost a real part of our world. You can go there and come back, knowing you won't disappear from reality. You can even chop down some of the wood, but not all at once. Consider it a mutual triumph. Our forester is not too talkative, but when he knows what he's doing, he'll be supplying us with wood while you're away. He's also a decent craftsman. I will put this towards gravity circuit. Another crusade. And the SNES block. And thank you, Walker, very much, as always. Yeah, no kidding. That's one of the last things on the chain. That's way at the top. In fact, there's only 3 things we haven't unlocked. Speaking of which, more camp. Beg your pardon, sir. Can you please take a step towards the training spur? Bit closer. Thank you. Now get in line, rookie. Teach you how to fight properly, you wimp. I'll work you to the ground. I'll tear out your soul and make space for the muscles if need be. Some might call it torture, but I call it efficient education. Increase hero strength and unlocks an outpost card. We'll look at it in a second. You get tired after just a couple laps around the camp? There, no shame in failing, but there's shame in not trying to improve. Give me another one right now. Don't stop till your legs give out. Fine, now I'm beginning to see your fencing and not chopping wood. Chopping wood worked quite well for me so far. I know you complain when it stops working. Always think one step ahead. Don't speak so bluntly. You know what? Let's go over blunt weapons again. Fine, fine. 20 more times and the training session's over. You're ahead of schedule, hero. You have a schedule? I thought about we were just training till I was a drop dead. Good show. There is a schedule, but you're usually unconscious when I talk about it. Huh. I'm impressed. Even these new training machines are no match for you. Just remember, if you relax even a little, you lose everything. So I'll be waiting. And bring something for tea, won't you? Okay. I always liked bridges, but I remember that only now. Yeah, me too. River the bridge is a good sign of civilization. I guess there is a place for them in my expeditions. Here's a positive thought for you. If now we need structures just to traverse the land, that means our world is not as empty as it used to be. I see it as a good sign. And the very last building. You know, hydrogen is the most basic and common element in the universe. You also know that lacking this knowledge doesn't make you a bad person. Ha! Don't be afraid to learn, my friend, is what I mean. Not knowing is not a crime. The real crime is not trying to learn. Look what we can achieve with science. A chemical transformation of matter. Creating one from another. Something you don't have, something for you do have. It's brilliant. Now you know where to go if you know alchemical transformation. You're always welcome here for a nice cup of tea and good conversation. So now we can do alchemy. Oh my god, what is this nonsense? Man, let's look out here. Let's see, what furniture can we make? A chest. And a mirror. Oh my god, that's a lot. $10, huh? Silver pendant. Reduce damage from vampires. Here's damage increased by 5% when in range of a road lantern or a beacon. Does not stack. Increased damage to undead. Yeah, Mirror says a chance to redirect a lightning strike. Or any other pure damage attack to a random enemy. Oh no, that's interesting. That might be worth stocking up. Hey, there's the old painting. Increased damage to bosses. Heals when you equip new item. Healing when passing. Percentage. This is the first percentage healing. For the thingamabob that I can't think of the word of. For passing through the campfire. Increase max HP, but reduce healing. Plus to vampirism, if you already have vampirism. Plus HP for each resource gained. Interesting. So this feels a little endgamey at this point. Like, this feels like this is how you min-max stuff here. Yeah, so we've built everything. Build another warehouse, sure, why not? Here. Can we not? Oh, I guess we can't, actually. Whatever. It's alchemy. But, like... Okay. So if I decompose something, then I can synthesize it with whatever those are. Oh, hydrogen. Oh, this is exchange. This is how I turn resources into other resources. I decompose something, I gain its recipe. I can then synthesize it. Interesting. That's kind of neat. So hang on. So if I decompose this, it gives me 25. If I compose... So it is... it looks like 1.5 times? Oh, no, I'm wrong. That varies. So the efficiency varies. For example, this decomposes give me 100, but costs 1,000. Whereas that decomposing costs me 25 and... Or sorry, decomposing gets me 25 and costs 50. So it varies. I do still like the ability to, you know, convert. Where's my notes? Okay. So we got a bunch of new tiles. We got Bookery. Replace 3 of your cards at random whenever you pass by. Collapses after it replaces 20 cards. Outpost. Add a guard on your side to battle on adjacent tiles. As payment, he takes away all yellow and orange items dropped in battle. Ouch. 0 milestone. Change the enemy's strength depending on where they are. Monsters will get weaker closer to 0 milestone, become stronger further away from it. Maze of Memories. Does nothing. Takes up a lot of space. Alright, Pumpernickel, what's the Maze of Memories actually for? Now, since we're going to do the Necro build, let's get rid of rocks. And Forest and Storm Temple. We don't need any of that. Healing is still worthwhile. Suburbs we never got to play with. Desert is obvious. Power Crystal's cool. Ah, gotcha. See, that sounds useful. Let me think. What else would I want to bring? So, I'm going to do a Necro build. Bring some spiders. And... let's call it at that. Let's see what that feels like. Whoops, I meant to do 1. Oh, whatever. Oh, we can just place the maze right now. Let's just put that in the corner. Oh my god. Okay. Suburb. Have you not played any of them before, Immortal Slime? Because I got tons of thoughts on the Dragon Quest series. So it kind of depends on what you want out of that. Okay. Okay, so you haven't touched any of them. So 4, 5, and 6 on the DS, if you can get a hold of them, are all very solid games. They have a couple of old RPG problems. They're not as good as any of the remakes or as 11. Which makes sense because they predate all of them. But they're still very solid games and have some legitimate good stuff to them. So 4, 5, and 6 is probably my kind of knee-jerk reaction. The cat's there's getting a hold of them. After that, obviously 8 on the 3DS is a very solid entry. I would also recommend 1, 2, and 3 Remake, which is on everything, so you can just get a hold of that. That just came out. And kind of in that order, if that makes any sense. Let's hold off. Let's do Cemetery over here. 4 is definitely the roughest of the DS ones. Yes, 1, 2, and 3 are all out now. Like, as in this very second in time, you can go buy them. Hey, Braven. Well, the common running rumor right now is that with the severe success of the remakes of 1, 2, and 3, and 7, which is also out now, they're going to go and remake 4, 5, and 6. You'll notice there was one number I didn't mention. That was 9. 9's kind of off in its own world, which is why. 9 is the most isolated of the Dragon Quest by quite a margin. Not saying it's bad, just it really is over there on its own. It's also probably the one that needs a remake the most. But we'll see, because who knows at this point, right? Well, they just murder everything. Reed spawns fishmen every 3 days. That's interesting. It's within 4 tiles of the camp, Dakota. The only thing it doesn't work on is bosses. So a very good reason to put the heaviest stuff I've got back there. Unfortunately, I don't really have heavy stuff to put there. Like, my vampires are the heaviest things I got. Here on Walker. I should probably cut off for lunch, too. But I really want to see... Ta-da! Town! Increase experience gain from items by 2. Nice. Oh no, the biggest problem with Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6 by far is getting a hold of them. No, that's the same issue I'm having, Dakota. You'll notice I have already thrown up the cheat flag to just push through the base building mechanic a bit. Let's do that. Sea dwellers so far from home waters. Is this one of your conquests against the land? I don't understand you. And if I hear a language I can't remember it means I never knew it. But if you can understand me, help me. Or get out of my way. So can I pass it on? What am I supposed to do? I don't want to provoke a conflict. Great! The uncertainty was killing me. Unfortunately, they're in range of the crossbow. Where did they even come from? The ocean is so very far from here. It doesn't even exist anymore, to be honest. New World would be better off without them. But I guess it's not my place to decide who can exist or who can't. I'm trying to save the entire world, not just the parts I like. Well, I mean, we can do that. Just saying, it's an option. Okay, more suburbs. Even more towns. Lots of vampire mansions, which I don't really want. Can we feed a vampire mansion? Like, can we feed a suburb to a vampire mansion? Let's try that. Oh, I gotta get up to it now. Now we're all working on that. Expand the desert while we're here. And the river. Gotta expand the river. Bandit camp. Interesting. I guess I already knew about the bandit camp. I don't know why I'm saying interesting. I wish we could up our max skeletons. That'd be nice. Oh well. Oh, my crossbowman. Do my job for me. Yeah, looks like suburbs do not care about vampires. Don't take that out of context. Hey, Ogrim. If I'm still remembering to say that correctly. If I'm not, I feel very stupid. 1 second. I wouldn't mind that either, because, yeah, it already kind of feels pseudo turn-based, right? It's already leaning in that direction. Where the heck? I'll never level up, Ogrim. Never! Because I'm kind of busy. Hang on a second. Loop 21? Jeez Louise, Von Falkenstein. Is that your highest so far? Damn. So, I have a strange sense of deja vu. You! Didn't we... Oh, I've yet to kill one of these guys. I have yet to actually kill one of these. That's why I keep getting their dialogue. I used to resist it too when I was alive. I regretted it when I was reborn. So shall you one day. We'll see about that. Okay. Well, let's set up more suburbs, because, why not? More suburbs. More suburbs. Congrats. Let's see. Dunes. I'm just putting up here. Wheatfield. Wheatfield. Ransacked. Oh, right, because it's not a village right now. I guess? Oh, the bridge is there. Damn it. Oh, okay, whatever. More desert. More desert. More desert. Okay, so we're in range for that. That's good, that's good. Oh, I get a level. First 2 skeletons summoned in a day will be strengthened. Whenever you return, each allied skeleton has a chance to attack immediately. Let's do that. Counterattack. And then... each allied skeleton heals the hero when it dies. Yeah, sure. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll take that. Yeah. Eh. Aw, still can't put it there. Oh well. Die, minions of evil. Die to my minions of evil. Yeah. I don't know what an Eye of Neo is, Immortal Slime. I will admit streaming DS and 3DS games is a colossal pain for me, because you basically can't capture those properly. So I guess that's my answer. More. More. I'm getting a lot of suburbs, which is funny because it means I'm leveling like crazy. But I'm not sure if that's actually helping anything. Still don't know what summon quality means, but we'll go for it. These are the levels right here. And, yeah, sure. First two skeletons summoned are stronger. We'll go with that. Ah, there we go. Boss time. I was kind of trying to deliberately provoke that, so that works. This should be fun. It's pretty good so far, Kitten Fan. Let's see if we can get some last-minute gear here. I don't even see a boss palace. So, Hang on, Czar. Hang on. Patience. Okay. Let's put that there. Max skeletons might be worth it. Let's do that. Yeah. Go, my crossbowman. And a few last minute things here. Yeah, there's 6 bosses. We are literally seconds away from encountering one of them. The hell? Could you please stop? So it's you who's responsible for all this mess. Wait, stop doing what? Stop doing all this. Resisting, fighting for the old world. He will erase everything anyway. I'm sorry, but that's how it must go. So I must do him again. I expect you're not going to explain who you're talking about, are you? Why wouldn't I? I'm talking about God. But I don't have any friends. He created myriads of stars, galaxies, and... oh, what am I saying? He created everything. And now he's destroying his creation. That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. And trust me, I've heard a lot of absurdities. Why would God want to destroy the world? That's what I would call a silly question. You think we have the right to discuss God's motives? Yeah, I've played JRPGs before, thanks. He's God, for God's sakes. If he's... I can't get a feel for this dialogue. If he has decided it is to be done, it means there's a reason and a meaning to it. Instead of all your rage and anger, you ought to thank him for the life you've had and spend the time that's left to bid the universe goodbye. Is he Texan? Everyone, God's from Texas. Oh, wait, that's not right. If all that's true, then why am I still able to resist? Why am I able to restore the world piece by piece? It's very slow, but I'm still able to do it. Does that mean your god is having second thoughts? Is he god at all if I can go against his will? These are just empty words. You're simply trying to find a reason to say you're unimportant? No. I feel sorry for you in this world, but your efforts are in vain. You can't stop the harvesting scythe of God with a single blade of grass. I shall end you personally, by word or by force, if need be. Well, maybe a blade of grass won't stop a scythe, but it can get into your shoe and hurt like... You know what? Metaphors are really not my thing. Let's see how well your god can protect you. That is a good question. So she can summon angels, which are invincible and cannot be targeted. She also has these stupid mirrors. These mirrors suck. Like a lot. Yeah, I don't got this. It's taking too long and it's too random to push through the mirrors. That's a shame. We did some decent damage to her. Oh, yeah. Brr, brr, brr. We might... This is a low chance, honestly. She just does so much damage. Or we got it. Holy crap. It hurts so much. Each time like the first. I still can't get used to it. Yeah, dying isn't very nice, and that's what the whole world feels like right now. Not a great feeling, as you noticed. Now, you... But what do you mean each time? This is not the first time. My faith in the Almighty brings me back to life again and again for the sake of my great mission, to spread his word and preach humility, obedience, and acceptance of the salvation he offers. Each time I fail. No peaceful conversation. Only the lifeless bodies of the heretics. Or my own lifeless body. Why can't you see the desire to survive as a natural part of this world? I don't know how or when it happened, but you seem to have misunderstood the motives of the Almighty. Misunderstood? Me? That's impossible! I have faith. I am the Senate. Faith. I don't need to know or prove anything. And you? What are you even trying to achieve? Nothing will be like it was before. Not even close. I don't know. Maybe it will. I can still try. You're just a fool. That's what you are. We'll meet again. Just let me rest for a while. Now, it looks like she's gone. I don't believe her corpse will never come back to life, but even if it will, I should still give her proper burial. Welcome back. Is that a piece of glass sticking out of your shoulder? What? Oh, I didn't even notice it. That's my paint tolerance just too high. I'm a bit shocked, to tell you the truth. I'm in a crazy zealot. Stained glass windows, halos, angel silhouettes. Holy jamboree, you could say. Let me guess. We're all sinners, and now we're doomed to face the holy wrath in the end of times. And only in death shall we find salvation. More like the God has decided to erase his creation has to be done. Please remain patient. Well, that makes some sense if you think about it. Who else would have the power to do such a thing? Thank you, Ogun. I disagree. I don't know much about being a god, but I think he'd be able to do it in an instant. Putting it simply, we'd already be dead. We wouldn't even exist now. Even if the priestess was right, it's not a reason to give up. I love all the blood and sand just kind of spackled on the dialogue window there. Arr! Howling from outer space! What was that? Do you hear that? Yeah, it's from outer space. Hello? It felt horrible, like someone's not coming to get me. Let me guess, that's our next boss, is the Howling from outer space. We already built everything, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, washing rice and washing your beans will both help, Mr. Red, tremendously. Oh my god, my dick size got bigger playing this game. Now that's a selling point. I think I'm going to switch back to Warrior for a bit. Necro's fine. I just want to play around with a different combination that was occurring to me. I think I'm going to keep the maze. I am. So, hang on. So I'm going to want... I've got the cemetery for that. I've got the river for that. I've got the meadows for that. I mean, that kind of sounds like what's happening, Trihex, yeah. Like, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Let's also take the forest for attack speed. I don't want the deck to be too big, because that reduces how many cards I get. In fact, let's get rid of the suburbs for that. Yeah, I noticed that too, Dakota. Not sure if that's deliberate. I'm going to keep going with the Vampire Wheat Village combo. That's just a really nice combo. Cemetery for gear, spiders. Let's get rid of spiders. I'm barely using them. And they're taking up a slot. Yeah, it's actually why I switched the fonts to the standard type rather than the fanciful type, because the fanciful type was getting issue-y. Let's keep the Blood Grove as well. Yeah, let's play with that. Let's switch back to you. Our third boss is whatever the hell that thing is. Alright. But I probably should cut off for lunch. So I'll be back in a bit.